Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, today I'm going to share you a motivational story about five fingers. The world is full of quarrels and arguments just to decide who is the greatest. One day it happened with the five fingers of our hand. Once they began to fight. They were excessively proud of themselves. The thumb said, I am the greatest. Without my hold, you can't pull, you can't take, you can't do anything. So I am the greatest. Index finger shouted angrily and said, to point a person or a thing, I am used. So I am the greatest. Immediately, middle finger arrogantly said, I always stand like a gold medalist on the victory podium. You're all like gods around the king. So I am the king. The ring finger proudly jumped and said, I am greeted with gold ring studded with diamonds. None of you are equal to me. So I am the most respected one. The charms of the little finger. I am the smallest, but not the least. When people join the hands for prayer, I am in front of the God. You're all up behind me. So I am the greatest. Hearing this all, the mouth started speaking. You idiots! You don't know anything. Can you do anything single? Can you achieve anything independently? Of course not. But together you can do wonders. Hearing this, the all fingers were ashamed of themselves for simply fighting with each other. The moral of the story is unity is strength. Unity is strength. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Respected judges, dear teachers, and my dear companions, a joyful morning to all. Here are with a story titled Those Who Try Never Fail. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Debbie. She was very clever and hardworking girl. She always wanted to participate in competitions organized by her school. One day, ma'am announced the sports competition. Debbie was so excited. She raised her hand and said, Ma'am, take me. I love spoon marrow. On the day of competition, early in the morning, Debbie woke up and went to school. She thought that I would faint, I would cry, I would not perform well, I would not win. Now what can I do? Oh, I could just tell lie to ma'am. Ma'am, I got hurt in my leg. I can't do sports anymore. Ma'am said, Debbie, you can sit there and watch what other children are doing. After some days, ma'am announced the painting competition. Debbie was so excited. She raised her hand and said, Ma'am, take me. I love to paint. Ma'am wrote her name again. On the day of competition, Debbie thought the same thing. She would not win, and again she told lie to ma'am that she got hurt in her hand. Ma'am understood that Debbie was lying. After some days, ma'am announced the dance competition. Debbie was so excited. She raised her hand and said, Ma'am, take me. I love to dance. Ma'am said, No, Debbie, you said lots of lies. Please, ma'am, sorry, ma'am. Finally, ma'am gave her one last chance. That day, she came back home and thought, if I not perform in this competition, ma'am will not take any other competition in future. So she practiced well. Do you know what happened on day of competition? Darby danced like a free bird and won first prize. The moral of the story is we should not give up on any kind of work until we draw our best to finish it. We should face any challenge and we should not give up until we overcome it. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Good morning, respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Master Karthik M.A. I am going to tell a small story before you. The title of the story is The Crooked Tree. It was a dense forest. All the trees in the forest were straight and tall. The trunks very broad and shapely. But there was only one tree with a crooked, out of shapeless trunk. The crooked tree always said, "How ugly I am." All trees were straight and shapely. Only I have a crooked, out of shape trunk. One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He looked around and said, "I will cut all trees in here, except that crooked tree. That one is not used to me." Soon, all trees were cut with woodcutter's axe, except that crooked tree. The crooked tree realized his old shape saved him from being cut, and finally it was happy with its crooked shape. Moral of the story is be happy with what you are. I repeat, the moral of the story is be happy with what you are. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good morning to all. My name is Abhirami Arun Kumar. Today I am going to tell a story. The name of the story is Abdullah and his greed. Abdullah was a rich but greedy merchant. After having sold his spices, he was ready to go back home with his 40 camels. On his way back, he met a holy man. The holy man, confiding in him, said, "I can take you to a place full of precious stones and jewels like you have never seen before. You can load your camels with all you can find, but you must give me half of it." Abdullah's eyes were shining as he agreed. The two of them reached the secret and lonely land, the middle of tall mountain. Abdullah could hardly wait. The man pulled out a small ancient box from his bag. He took some mysterious powder, muttered under his breath, and sprinkled it on the ground. To Abdullah's astonishment, an opening appeared in the mountain before him. It led into a cave full of precious sparkling jewels and gold. Abdullah quickly packed the riches onto his camels. Now greedy Abdullah wanted more than his share of 20 camels. He said to the holy man, "You are a holy man. Why do you want so much of that treasure? Let me have 30 camels and you can keep 10. The holy man understood Abdullah's greed and was disgusted, but he agreed. Since he agreed so easily, Abdullah decided to try for more. 10 camels will also be a burden to you. Give you those me as well," he said. The holy man decided that Abdullah needed to be taught a lesson, so he agreed. Abdullah was still not satisfied. "The box too is of no use to you. Why don't you let me have that as well?" The holy man said, "All right, you can take it, but never use it. If you put the powder in your right eye, you will see everything as gold. But if you put left eye, you will go blind." Then he walked away. Abdullah did not hear the man's warning. He sprinkled the powder in his right eye and was thrilled to see everything in gold. "Imagine how much gold would be if I sprinkled." He sprinkled the powder in his right eye and was thrilled to see everything in gold. "Imagine how much gold would be if I sprinkled it into my left eye as well," he said. Unfortunately, the minute he did so, he went completely blind, just as the holy man warned. Abdullah had learned his lesson the hard way, but now it was too late to repent. Dear friends, do you enjoy the story? Do you know what is the moral of the story? Don't be greedy in our life. Thank you.
Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. Here comes the story of the great elephant. One day, an elephant wandered into a jungle to search for friends. He saw a monkey on the tree. He asked the monkey, "Will you be my friend?" The monkey replied, "No, you're too big. You can't climb on these trees." The next day, the elephant met a rabbit. He asked the rabbit, "Will you be my friend?" The rabbit replied, "No, you're too big. You can't play inside my burrow." The elephant saw a frog. He asked the frog, "Will you be my friend?" The frog replied, "No, how is it possible? You're too big. You can't jump like me." The elephant upset. He saw a fox appeared. He asked fox, "Will you be my friend?" The fox replied, Sorry, you're too big." The next day, the elephant saw all the animals were running for their lives. He asked the fox, "What is the matter, fox?" The fox replied, "There is a lion. The lion is trying to kill all of us." All the animals were running to hide. The lion kept eating whoever he could catch. The elephant went to lion and said to lion, "Mr. Lion, don't eat these poor animals." The lion roared, "Mind your own business." The elephant had no choice but to give a kick to the lion. The frightened lion ran away for its life. The elephant ambled back in the jungle and announced the news to all the animals. All of them were turned to him. They told him, "You are the right size to be our friend." The moral of the story is, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Today I am going to tell the story Sympathetic Dove. One day while drinking water, an ant slipped and fell into the river. He was so scared and cried loudly, "Help, help, I am drowning, help, help." A dove was sitting on a branch of a nearby tree. She saw the little ant in danger. "Oh, the poor ant will drown soon. I have to help him," thought the dove. The dove plucked a leaf from the branch and dropped it near the ant. The ant climbed onto the leaf and saved himself. He thanked the dove and said, "One day I will also help you." The days passed once. The ant was walking through the forest. He found a hunter aiming his arrow at the dove. The dove was unaware of the danger she was in. Suddenly, an idea struck the ant. It ran fast towards the hunter and bit him. The hunter lost his aim and gave out a sharp cry. Hearing it, the dove flew away. The moral of the story is, a good act gets its return. Thank you.
A very good morning to the honorable judges, teachers, and his achievement. The young man opened looking disappointed. It was a leather-bound journal with the young man's name embossed on the cover. He angrily raised his voice and threw down the journal. The young man had not seen his father since that day. He became successful and wealthy like his father with a beautiful home and family. The young man realized his father was aging and it may be time to put the past behind them. The young man received a message that his father had passed and he had to return home to take care of the estate. As the morning sun regretfully returned home and began searching through his father's important papers, still new journal just as he had left it. He opened it and flipped through the pages. A car key dropped from the back of the journal. A dealer tag was attached to the key, paid in full. Wherever this car takes you, write about it to remember forever. Love, Dad. Moral of the story is, no matter what you expect, be grateful for what you are given. It may be more of a blessing than you think. Thank you. Have a nice day.
A very good morning to our honorable judges, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I'd like to share a story with you. The title of my story is The Coffee Beans. It was a bright, hot day in April, and the clock was striking at 12 p.m. Honey, a young girl, was sitting in a balcony and kept thinking like a major writer. She was appearing very upset and hopeless because her assignment was incomplete due to her fractured hand and the deadlines around the corner. Her mother came to her and asked about the sadness. She told the cause. I don't know how to face it or just give it up. Honey's mother said, "Oh dear, don't get stressed," and took her to kitchen. She took 3 types of pots and put them on fire with water. Started boiling. She put captain first, eggs in second, and the coffee beans in the third. Oh, Honey asked her mother, "What are you up to?" Honey's mother smiled and said, "You wait and watch." Honey's curiosity was out of control. She eagerly asked her mother, "What are you up to?" Honey's mother explained, "All these objects face the same trouble, but each of them reacted differently. Cats were hard, became soft, and the eggs were fragile, became harder, and the coffee beans were unique, and mixed with water releases the flavor and fragrance." Honey said, "I'll be a coffee beans because it didn't change its nature after boiling. In fact, it releases the flavor and fragrance. So, dear friends, don't get very much in problems. Try to face them. Honey, you face the problem. You can't solve them, but can't frame them." Thank you. Have a nice day.
Good morning, friends. My story's name is The Proud Rose. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful rose plant in a garden. One rose flower on the plant, proud of its beauty. However, it was disappointed that it was growing next to an ugly cactus. Every day, the rose would insult the cactus about its looks, but the cactus stayed quiet. All the other plants in the garden tried to stop the rose from bullying the cactus, but the rose was too swayed by its sound beauty to listen to anyone. One summer, a well in the garden dried up, and there was no water for the plants. The rose began to wilt.
So the rose was so sparrow dipped its beak into the cactus for some. The rose then felt ashamed for having made fun of the cactus all this time. But because it was in need of water, it went to ask the cactus if it could have some water. The kind cactus agreed, and they both got through summer as friends. Moral of the story is never judge someone by the way they look. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello everyone, I am going to tell the story Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Goldilocks. She went for a walk in the forest. She came upon a house. When she knocked when no one answered, she walked right in. In the kitchen on the table, she saw 3 bowls of porridge. She tasted the first bowl of porridge. This porridge is too hot. Then she tasted the second bowl of porridge. This porridge is too cold. Then she tasted the third bowl of porridge. This porridge is just right. Then she ate it all up. She was feeling too tired, so she walked to the living room. She saw 3 chairs. She sat in the first chair. This chair is too big. Then she sat in the second chair. This chair is too big too. Then she sat in the third chair. This chair is just right. When she settled down, the chair broke into pieces. She was feeling sleepy. She walked upstairs to the bedroom. She lay down in the first bed. This bed is too hard. Then she lay down in the second bed. This bed is too soft. Then she lay down in the third bed. This bed is just right. When she lay down in the bed, she fell asleep. When the 3 bears came home, Papa Bear growled, "Someone been eating my porridge." Mama Bear said, "Someone been eating my porridge." Baby Bear said, "Someone been eating my porridge," and they ate it all up. Then they walked to the living room. Papa Bear said, "Someone been sitting in my chair." Mama Bear said, "Someone been sitting in my chair." Baby Bear said, "Someone been sitting in my chair," and they broke it into pieces. Then they were searching more things. And when they got upstairs to the bedroom, Papa Bear said, "Someone been sleeping in my bed." Mama Bear said, "Someone been sleeping in my bed too."
Respected all, today I am here to present a story. The title of the story is Money Can't Buy Everything. Nick was a 10-year-old boy. He was the only son to his parents. Nick's father was a very busy businessman who could not spend time with his son. He came home after Nick slept and was off to office before he woke up in the morning. Nick yearned for his father's attention. He wanted to go outdoor and play with his father just like his friends did. One day, Nick was surprised to see his dad at home in the evening. "Dad, it's a big surprise to see you at home," Nick said. "Yes, my dear son, my meeting was cancelled, so I'm at home. But after 2 hours, I have to catch a flight," Nick's father replied. Nick was in deep thought for a while. Then he asked, "Dad, how much do you earn in a year?" Nick's father was taken aback. Then he said, "Oh, my dear son, it's a very big amount and you won't be able to understand Okay, Dad. Are you happy with the money you earned? Yes, my dear son. I am very happy. Okay, Dad. Can you tell me how much do you earn in a day or even half a day? Nick said. Nick, why are you asking these questions? Nick's father was confused, but Nick was constant. Please answer me, Dad. Nick's father replied, it will be around $25 per hour. Nick ran to his room upstairs and came down with his piggy bank that contained his savings. Dad, I have $50 in my piggy bank. Can you spare 2 hours for me? I want to go to the beach and have dinner with you tomorrow evening. Nick thought, can you please mark this in your schedule? Nick's father was speechless. The greatest gift a parent can give to his child is time. Money can't buy everything. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Respected judges, teachers, and all my dear friends, a warm good morning to all. Today, I am standing before you to narrate a story about controlling anger. Everyone gets angry from time to time, but dealing with our anger can be a struggle. This story features the importance of controlling anger. Once there was a young boy who had problem controlling his temper. Whenever he gets angry, he would just say anything that came to his mind and hurt people. So his father gave him a bag of nails and a hammer and said, every time you get angry, hammer one nail into the fence in our backyard. The first few days, the boy hammered so many nails that he emptied half of the bag. Over the weeks, the number of nails he hammered reduced and his temper was much in control. Then came a day when he didn't lose his temper at all. His father asked him to remove one nail each day when he manages to not lose his temper. Finally, on the day, the child was removing the last nail. His father told him that you have done well, boy, but do you see the holes in the wall? The fence is never going to be the same even after repainting. Likewise, when you say mean things to others, you will leave a scar in the person's mind, like the nails did to the fence. So the moral of the story is, anger is a very dangerous weapon like a knife. When you put a knife in a man and draw it out, the wound heals, but the scar needs. Thank you and have a nice day.
I am Arundhati Singh. Storytelling a tiger and three bullocks. Three bullocks in a forest are great friends. One day, tiger attacked them. The bullocks attacked each together. Tiger ran away. After some days, the bullocks began to fight. One another, tiger watched their vicinity. Tiger attacked the bullocks one by one. It killed them and achieved them moral unity strength. Thank you all.
Good morning, all. Today I am going to telling a story, The Crocodile and the Monkey. Once upon a time, in the middle of the forest, there was a river. In that river lived an old crocodile. He was not able to harm anymore because he was weak. One day, he was hungry. Oh, it is very difficult to harm a lamb now. Then he sat under a tree. A monkey saw crocodile and asked, why are you so sad, crocodile? Take some apples. They are very tasty. Thank you, dear monkey. Can you please give these apples every day? Okay, crocodile. And the monkey gave crocodile some apples, and the crocodile ate the apples every day. One day, crocodile thought to the monkey's heart, so he thought an idea. He asked the monkey that my friend want to meet you. The monkey was happy and said, "Yes, I will be very happy to meet him." He sat on the crocodile's back. But when they were in the center of the river, he told the monkey that I want to eat your heart, and now I will eat your heart. The monkey thought of a plan. He sat on the crocodile. Crocodile, but I forget my heart on the tree. The crocodile said that. Go and take your heart and give to me. The monkey said that. What a foolish crocodile you are. How can take heart from the body? And I gave it so sweet apples, but now, never gave you those apples now. You are not my friend. Crocodile was very hungry and realized his mistake. Moral. One should think thoroughly before any action. Thank you.
Good morning, teachers and my dear friends. It's interesting to meet the smart people, but it is much more interesting to meet the smart people being outsmarted by the clever ones. Here is such a story. The name of the story is The Arab and the Camel. And it was a cold and winter night. An Arab was traveling through the desert on a camel. When it was night, he put up a small tent and started to take rest inside the tent and left camel outside. The wind blows. The night became cold. The camel asked his master to allow him to put his head in the tent. The Arab agreed and moved aside. Again the camel asked the Arab, "My head is warm now, but my whole body is cold." The camel asked the Arab to put his front legs in the tent. The Arab agreed and moved aside. Half of the camel's body was inside the tent. Again, it was cold. The camel requested the Arab to enter the tent. The tent was too small. The Arab did not agree this time with the camel. The camel entered the tent and pushed out the Arab out. The moral of the story is, if we give one, they will take all. Thank you and have a great day.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to tell a story. The title of the story is The Crow and the Swan. Once a crow asked the swan, "How come you become so white and I am so black?" The swan replied, "That because I am always in water and I keep clean." The crow said he too wanted to become like the swan. He began to swim. As soon he went into the water, he began to drown. He was not able to swim. He quickly flew out of the water and sat in a tree branch. The swan, who was wiser than the crow, said to him, "You should be happy the way you are. You should not try to become like someone else." The moral of the story is, you should be happy the way you are made. Everyone is unique. Thank you all.